Welcome to The Longlist, a podcast where we celebrate movies and other pop culture through the storied art of rankings. No bad opinions, no wrong answers, hot takes always encouraged. This is part 2 of the History on Film podcast, and it's an unplanned part 2. Jack is hosting today, so we're going to jump right back in where we left off. We also have our very good friend Kyle Jackson, who just completed his doctorate in history not too long ago. So we had a lot of good conversations, and we didn't really want to cut anything short. So if you haven't listened to part 1, go back and listen to part 1 if you can. And if not, we're just going to jump right back into part 2 where we left off, which is movies centered around World War II. So Jack's going to take it away.
All right, coming back. Let's talk World War II. This is a big one. It literally is the most represented war in film.
Big one.
Any takes why? I mean, because it's World War II mainly?
Well, it's the conflict that shaped our modern worlds.
Yep.
It's the largest war in history by every measure.
Mm-hmm.
But I think in our own context, the reason why probably is that it's the war that established the United States as the sort of unquestioned superpower, which is still the world we're more or less still living in. And
Seems to be slipping a little bit.
yes, but there's also, I think, from a narrative perspective, there's a real clear sense, at least in the United States, but I would say in many places, that there's kind of a good guys and a bad guys that, you know, makes it easier to make movies where, you know, oh, the Nazis are super evil, and so therefore whoever's fighting the Nazis are good guys. You know, as a somewhat of a pacifist or an anti-imperialist, I think, you know, war is horrible on all sides, and so to glorify it is not great. But, you know, the fight against fascism is also an important and enduring struggle that I think certainly resonates in the present day. But it's been something that has cast a long shadow over the 20th and into the 21st century.
That's a good
And everybody
well said.
went through it together. You know what I mean? Everybody making movies, still every country was involved, you know, and so they all have something to say for sure.
I also think from a practical standpoint, you know, it's the greatest generation, quote unquote. And when movies started to really become popular and they started to invest into movies as a culture, as a business, as a form of art, this was top of mind. And it just sort of, and then the people that were making movies were probably thinking about this because that was part of their generation for decades afterwards, I would say.
And to distinguish it from really a lot of periods, it's a period that people were making movies about at the time. Like during the war, they were making World War II movies, and after it. Like Casablanca, which I would argue is the best World War II movie, was released like during the war, like right at the end of the war.
Right.
Best Years of Our Lives came out right around then.
It was right when Hollywood was really, really, really ramping up.
And then those people that were making those movies ran the studio for years afterwards. And then the people who grew up on those movies, like Steven Spielberg's made like 12 World War II movies.
Yeah.
I don't really know what the number is, but I think there's a trickle-down effect there.
Yeah, 100%. So I did a top 10.
I just counted. I have 9.
I'm sure you can think of another one.
I probably could.
I've got plenty, but well, why not? Why not indulge? All right, you guys go first, though.
Okay, I'm going to take it.
Go for it.
Coming in at number 10, we already mentioned it very briefly earlier, but Mrs. Miniver.
Oh.
Just good wartime movie as far as young mom, wife staying at home and dealing with the war kind of falling in around her. Quite literally, there is the best scene of the movie is when a German, I'm guessing, soldier.
I think he's a pilot.
Yeah, like crashes and stumbles into her yard and into her. I think he comes right in, and there's just kind of like this interesting, touching scene. Just a really good movie. One of my mom's favorite movies, also. So I grew up watching it. Had to give it a shout out. Number 9, I've got Enemy at the Gates. Love Enemy at the Gates. Also Joseph Fiennes. He's a little more normal in this one. And Jude Law, who we just brought up for some reason. I just really like that movie. Sniper movie. What more can you say? It's just kind of compact, good, like.
Good Ed Harris.
Good Ed Harris.
He of Walker fame.
Heat of Walker fame.
Walker.
Yes. All right. Number 8. Wow. That's a little low. Number 8, I've got Dunkirk.
Mid.
I think one of our biggest, I don't know how much we were arguing, but I think one of our biggest disagreements about movies came when I realized that you did not like Dunkirk. Which just kind of baffles me. I mean, not really. I guess some people didn't like it. Every time I watch it, I like it more. I liked it the first time, saw it on IMAX, saw it with Tommy T actually. And it was good, but I was kind of like, I kind of feel like how I feel like you feel, where I was like, like what really?
I actually did the same.
What really happened? And then I watched it again. I'm like, oh, I'm just so riveted by this movie. It's just like, it's a little teaser for Oppenheimer. Honestly, it's just like a micro, like it's just constantly moving. You know what I mean? And you're kind of like, what's going on with the way that he's telling the story, which you could argue, does that really need to happen?
Right.
It's just kind of unintentionally confusing, but it's good. Number 7, I did Sound of Music. Not really much to speak on there. Ultimate classic. The Von Trapps represent. Number 6, I got Downfall, which is
Haven't seen it.
a great film about Hitler's last days. As far as historical movies go, I mean, it's apparently extremely accurate. All of the stuff that you don't know. I remember watching it being like, feel like you're getting this glimpse into this whole private, scary world. It's like
It looks like it's an intense. I know you like that movie. It looks like it's an intense watch. I haven't seen it. I've seen scenes from it, so I think I kind of have a vibe of it. It looks. I want to watch it.
Feels
It looks
like
really
you're just
intense.
like watching.
Yeah.
Number 5, I did Inglourious Bastards. It would be higher if not for just being totally, historically inaccurate.
Okay, well, I didn't take that.
No, I know. That's hey, Inglourious Bastards is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's gonna be in plenty of my lists higher than this, but that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Also, I don't think any of my ones above it are really gonna be that hot of takes. Number 4, I did Casablanca. Number 3, I did Schindler's List. Number 2, I did Saving Private Ryan, and number 1, I did Oppenheimer. Because
Oppenheimer, number 1.
man, I rewatched it and I just like that movie a lot. It's fun, and it's like this is a World War II movie. As far as World War II movies, I think that one is really seeing it. It's really kind of just speaking my language as far as huge, epic, grand.
Yeah, and it's telling a different story from World War II. A lot of let's
Yeah, I
face
didn't
it.
know much
There's
about
a
it,
lot of
and,
World War
you know,
II movies, and
It's not
some of them are
100% accurate.
I don't know. I don't want to say repetitive, but you kind of seen them. And then once something like Saving Private Ryan comes along, it's like, okay, you're going to beat that in a World War II movie. So it's a different story from that era. I like it.
Yeah, I feel like Oppenheimer is our modern, it's going to be talked about for a long time. And, it's going to be our hit Casablanca.
Not by me.
Not by Kyle.
I'm not gonna give it the mid moniker because it is well achieved. I had some issues with it. It wasn't really for me, but I certainly.
Do you
see
like
its
Nolan?
merits.
This is a safe place if you have Nolan takes.
This
by the
is
way.
not a safe place.
No. It is. 'Cause
No,
It's
it
a
is.
dangerous place.
We have. I like Nolan movies, but I fully recognize a lot of his issues, and I don't like a lot of his movies as much as the internet tells me I should like.
I mean, I haven't seen some of his more revered films, so I'm not going to speak on his whole oeuvre. I do like The Prestige, which I considered for another list. I have issues with a lot of his movies.
Yeah,
But
there
yeah,
are
everyone-
issues
there's
with a lot of
issues
his
with,
movies.
almost every one, and they're all usually in the third act.
I have
he's
issues
certainly
with
ambitious.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah, he's certainly ambitious, and I appreciate his ambition.
Yeah.
For me, it doesn't always come together.
I agree.
I appreciate it doesn't feel like he's leaving anything in the chamber. Like he's making his movie and that's it.
Yeah.
Will
Kyle and I
go
also shared a plane
next.
ride with him. We were on the same flight.
Oh, that's right. I
Yeah,
remember
it was
that
cool.
story.
He was just in it was like a Southwest flight. We were going from San Francisco down to LA.
This is before that Inception money hit.
No, actually, I think he was
first class.
I'm guessing he was doing Oppenheimer by the timeline of things.
On campus when I was at Berkeley, I saw they were filming it there, and they had like the old cars right outside our building.
Oh, cool!
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Also, when you're watching Oppenheimer, you're like, that's fucking Berkeley. I know that this isn't like UCLA pretending to be Berkeley. Like,
wow, I never really noticed that.
Oh yeah, you could tell it's Berkeley. It's cool.
I'm tripping. I've been on that.
Although then I was also like kind of nervous that it wasn't. I was like, what if it isn't? Even though I totally can tell. But thank you for confirming that it was.
I think I was just looking at how handsome Cillian Murphy is.
In Oppenheimer? I was looking at Josh Hartnett.
Number 10, I have The Zone of Interest. Recent movie. Yes. Really, I really appreciate the movie. I kept it at number 10 because, again, it's a tough hang. And it's a story of is it Auschwitz specifically? Or I don't know if they ever specifically name it as Auschwitz.
I don't think it is.
Okay. Well, anyway.
It might be Dachau, but
it's that story. And it's just really, really intense. Just how benign the characters act towards the whole situation. That's not the word I'm looking for. Banal.
Yes. The banality of genocide.
Yeah.
It's about an officer who works in a Nazi death camp.
Yeah. And his family that is also just totally indifferent to the whole situation. It's just really a harrowing movie. And not one I want to watch a bunch of times, but a really good movie. Number 9, I had Mrs. Miniver. You already spoke on it. Really good. Number 8, I had Oppenheimer. Do really like Oppenheimer. Number 7, I had Dunkirk. Shout out to Kyle. Number 6, I had The Great Escape, which is an awesome movie. Another really long one, but another really fun one. Number 5, I had Come and See, which is a Russian war film, and it's again a really tough watch, but a really good looking film, phenomenal performances, just about the horrors of war, and it specifically deals with how Germany and Russia are having the conflict, and it's on Russian soil, I believe. Number 4, I had Schindler's List, kind of the theme of those. These are good movies. I don't want to watch them all the time. Schindler's List is amazing. Number 3, I had Saving Private Ryan. Feel like we don't really need to talk too much about that. Number 2, I had one of my favorite movies of all time, which is Casablanca. Used the song at my wedding. And number 1, I had Inglourious Bastards, which is also one of my favorite movies of all time, as inaccurate as they may be.
Yeah, good list. Yeah, Oppenheimer is pretty crazy as my number 1. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if before this last watch I would have done that, but I'm kind of hot off that watch.
Yeah, no, I get it. I also, for me, I have trouble putting like movies I just saw within the last couple of years like really high up in rarefied air, but that could just be a personal tick that I have to get over.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, so as I mentioned, I gave less consideration to what I consider time capsule movies, ones that were made like right after the fact or during. If I were doing it, Casablanca would be number 1. That's probably my favorite movie of all time, as cliche as that might be.
Nice.
That's fine.
Good take.
And my good personal story for that is Sean Lindorfer made us watch it 3 times in a row one night.
Whoa!
In those wild college days in Santa Cruz. Yes.
He had a great VHS collection. Very impressive VHS collection.
Physical media guy.
Yeah.
So anyways, I would have Casablanca number 1, and then another one, but here's a good hidden gem if you guys haven't seen it. Germany Year Zero.
No. I don't even know if I've heard of that.
It's a really interesting movie that was made right after the war in bombed out Berlin, I think. And it's about like a little kid who's like, he's probably like 9 or 10 years old, and he has to go onto the streets every day to forage for food because no one in his family is working. And they're all like living in a slum or like, like a sort of broken down apartment with like 15 people in it.
Wow.
And only this little kid is like doing anything to try to support the family.
Wow.
It's very effective.
Kind of reminds me of Bicycle Thief.
Yeah, it's a super famous director.
I just directed by Robert Rossellini.
Yeah, Rossellini.
Roberto Rossellini. Whoops.
It's a great film. So if you've never seen that one, that's some Criterion viewing for you guys.
It's still on sale, by the way, at Barnes & Nobles if we want to buy it.
Nice.
50% off. I'm thinking about making another run at it.
All the other ones in my top 5 have been mentioned already, but I'll give one that I just saw this past weekend. It's number 5, Conspiracy. This is a 2001 movie. Great cast.
I feel like
lots
I've
of good
seen
character
that.
actors. Kenneth Branagh and what's his name? Stanley Tucci are kind of the main guys. But
Tucci.
it's based on a real historical event, which is a meeting of all the German military brass. They all met for lunch. This is in 1942, about halfway through the war. They didn't know it was halfway through the war yet. The war has already started to go badly, but everyone's kind of in denial about it in Germany. And so all the German military leaders get together for a luncheon. And so this meeting is where they are hashing out the plans for the final solution of exterminating all the Jews in Germany and in Europe broadly. And so this is their meeting where they have to get on the same page about how to do that. And this is where most of the military brass learns about the gas chambers for the first time.
Oh, man.
So it's a grim movie, and like you would think that a movie about a meeting would be boring, but it's quite compelling. So just watched that the other night, found it very interesting. Then I had 4, Zone of Interest, 3, Sound of Music, 2, Downfall, which I will second is an unbelievable movie, and everyone should see it. I was like waffling between putting that number 1, and number 1 I had Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good list, friends.
Mosey our way into post-war mid-century Vietnam.
Let's just go right into it.
Number 5, I did Battle of Algiers. This is one of my favorite war movies. It's really interesting. There's a lot going on. You're just kind of like on the streets of Algiers, which was very like people making, like there were like terrorist attacks on the streets and, you know, citizens like making their own bombs to defend themselves. I don't know. And it kind of just happens and unfolds, and it feels very much like a documentary, or it's like almost documentary style a little bit. Really good. Number 4, I did Apocalypse Now.
Yeah.
I honestly had a hard time choosing Vietnam movies, and I was kind of just like, I might like Apocalypse Now the most.
Yeah. That's not a hot take.
On the other side of that, 3 had to happen eventually. I did Forrest Gump.
It's fine.
Hate that movie. So bad.
I'm okay with that take. I kind of, I didn't know.
I get why people hate it, but I like it.
Number 2, I did Malcolm X, and number 1, I did JFK.
Never seen it.
It's super good. It's apparently like not very accurate, but it's also
So they say.
well, yeah,
That's what they want you
well,
to
and it's
think,
also
Jack.
about it's also about the conspiracies and that there's something going on, which I think at this point we're all pretty sure something was going on. And
I think you got it exactly right, Jack.
well, maybe.
No, I don't. But
No, God, you should watch that movie. You'd like it a lot.
Who's to say? You know, I have no sense of Kyle's sensibilities right now. I'm nervous every time I say a movie.
Malcolm X,
in the best of ways.
I watched in doing research for this for the first time, and I was very impressed. And
It's a good flick.
it's a good flick. It's crazy how one of the like big things I noticed. It's crazy how it feels like a most like straightforward historical films, and then he'll come in and just do some crazy Spike Lee stuff that you're just like, oh yeah, I'm watching a Spike Lee movie. This is great. And then it kind of does that for a while, and then it gets back into it. Like some of it seems like Spielberg or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he's like, nah, fuck that. Like,
I'm embarrassed to say it's a hole in my resume. I have not seen it.
it's good. You'll like it.
I have the 4K sitting over there on my desk. I just haven't got to yet. I thought about doing it for this one, but then once I kind of had so many others to watch, I kind of took biopics off, so I didn't have to watch that 3-hour long movie.
I'm gonna say it's also like 3 hours.
Yeah.
I'm saving it for the Denzel / the Spike Lee pod.
Which is coming.
Well, those are coming, man. They both got a new movie together coming out this year. Anyway, we'll time it for that. Kyle.
Okay, I'm going to give some shine to one that I was considering mentioning in World War II, but it actually kind of fits in post-war. This one is a little more on the speculative fiction sci-fi angle, but I just saw it 2 nights ago on the big screen. Godzilla minus one.
I swear to God, I knew what you were talking about the second you started talking.
Sick.
Made my list.
Godzilla minus one is a fantastic movie.
Really good.
I'm a big Godzilla fan, and this was at Godzilla Fest where I saw it. So I was in, a crowd full of people who were really stoked for it.
Good job by you, Kyle.
Awesome.
But it's also just a really moving movie about PTSD and national shame and grappling with the legacies of the war in Japan. And I mean, it's like the exact opposite of Letters from Iwo Jima, which is like the worst World War II movie ever made.
Clint taking drive-bys.
Yeah.
Good.
That movie is atrocious. But Godzilla minus one is the opposite of atrocious, and everyone should see it.
It's really good.
I'm bummed I haven't seen it yet.
Number 5, I had Malcolm
I'll
X.
let you borrow it.
Previously mentioned. Number 4, this is a movie I had some issues with, but I thought it was really interesting in its way. Howl, about Allen Ginsberg, the Allen Ginsberg biopic starring James Franco of all people as Allen Ginsberg.
I never saw it.
It's weird because it's sort of divided into two. There's like the courtroom drama aspect of it, which is kind of whatever. Same way I feel about Oppenheimer, actually. The courtroom drama of it all is pretty boring to me. But then the rest of it is like animated sequences of the poem, like animated depictions of the poem Howl by Allen Ginsberg, which is a phenomenal piece of writing. And so it's very interesting. I recommend it. Number 3, Good Night and Good Luck.
Nice.
Love that movie. Did not
Thought about it.
They just did it on Broadway, and then they broadcast a version of it live,
nice.
but we missed it because we were in Hawaii. But that's a great movie. That's a really
that's
good
a
movie.
really good movie. I didn't see that until way later on.
Never seen it.
And I was like, oh wow, yeah, this was good. I get why people like this.
For those who haven't seen it, it's about Edward R. Murrow, the news broadcaster, and kind of the post-war, Cold War era, McCarthy era importance of news broadcasting in American life. Number 2, I had Ali.
Nice. I thought about it actually.
Another Michael Mann film.
Yeah, another Michael Mann film. A great biopic, great performance from Will Smith. I think Muhammad Ali is a really fascinating historical figure. I think they did a very good job with it. That was one of my faves when I was growing up. And then number 1, I had Apocalypse Now.
Yeah.
I think that is the definitive Vietnam movie. This one is one that, it's also kind of veering on a time capsule. It came out in 1979, like a few years after the war was over. But it's just such an interesting, weird, psychedelic movie. Great use of music, great performances. And it just lingers in the mind for days, for years.
It certainly
That's kind of
does
how
that.
I felt
Yeah.
like when I was saying like I was torn of what movie to watch. It's like it's got to be Apocalypse Now. It's just like
Platoon is also pretty good. I also like Rescue Dawn, which is about like a POW.
yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah,
With
is that the
Christian
one?
Bale,
Yeah,
Steve
that's a
Zahn.
good movie.
That was a good movie.
Did we might have saw that together.
I think we saw it together.
Yeah, we watched it at my
guess
house
not.
with my at my parents' house.
Yeah.
like downstairs.
I saw it in the theaters.
I also saw it in the
Good
theaters.
one. Yeah, it's a good one.
Anyways, but it's not Apocalypse Now. So
No, it's not.
It
I
didn't
think
make
I
the
saw
list. You ever read-
Apocalypse Now too young.
You ever read Heart of Darkness?
I have not read Heart of Darkness.
Hella good.
Okay, I'll get there.
Have you seen Hearts of Darkness, the documentary of making Apocalypse Now?
No.
Hear it's good. Haven't seen it either. Good story, Josh.
Yeah.
Number 5, I had Godzilla minus one.
Nice.
Good call by you. Number 4, I had First Blood. Rambo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I forgot that was.
So good.
Yeah.
Good action movie. And a good movie about the traumas of the Vietnam War. Number 3, I had Forrest Gump. Sorry, Kyle.
Do we both have it? Number 3. We did both have it. Number 3.
Number 2, I'm a little scared. I had Apollo 13. Really like Apollo 13. Good movie about hope and camaraderie and resourcefulness and Tom Hanks
Good
being
ensemble.
cool. Yeah. More good Ed Harris. And number 1, I also had JFK, Jack. This is so good.
All right, I guess
It
I gotta
almost
see
made my list, the Kyle list, the New Orleans. It's because it's very heavily in New
I thought
Orleans.
about it.
Yeah. But I was like, it's going to come up later. So
I thought about it.
70s to, let's say, about 20 years ago, 2005.
Sounds good.
I don't think my top 5 list is necessarily right. I just kind of maybe threw one together. Number 5, I did Moneyball. We are Oakland A's fans. Kyle is not. But, it's a big sports movie. It's one of the better. And, it seems to be pretty accurate. and we get to see Brad Pitt wearing A stuff. And
I left it off my list because I didn't want to talk about it because I'm sad.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Number 4, I put down Milk.
Oh, yeah.
That's towing the line. That's 70s.
It's fine. Whatever.
You know, love that movie. Talked about it in other pods, but it's a great one. Number 3, I did Social Network.
Yeah.
Number 2, I did Zero Dark 30.
Yeah.
And
Whoa.
number 1, I did Spotlight.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I love Zero Dark 30. I just want to say that right off the bat. Just, I don't know. That one sticks with me.
Yeah.
I love Spotlight.
Yes.
As do at least one other person at this table.
No, I also love Spotlight.
One of us.
Yeah, it's an omission from my list, but that's a great movie.
Okay. Cool.
You can bash every other movie we say now if you like Spotlight.
Yeah.
You want to go next? Oh, okay. Number 5, I got Dallas Buyers Club. A really good movie about the AIDS epidemic. And really, again, tough one to watch sometimes. Great performances. Really good.
Good movie.
Number 4, I did the Zero Dark 30 / Hurt Locker combo.
Yeah, I had Hurt Locker in one of these variations of this list, but I'm more of a Zero Dark 30 guy.
Our gal, can't think of her
Bigelow?
name right now. What's that?
Catherine Bigelow.
Thank you. God, I blanked on that. Good job, Kyle.
She really hit it out of the park. I think both got nominated for Best Picture. Obviously, Hurt Locker won.
Yeah.
I think Zero Dark 30 got nominated.
It probably did. It's really good. Number 3, this might be a hot take. I got Air. I love Air.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's about the Michael Jordan shoe.
That's a really good
about
movie.
making the Michael Jordan shoe. It was really good.
Yeah. And it's like
Loved it.
It's like an hour and a half long. It's like perfect.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't trust your timing on movies anymore. After the La La Land debacle.
La La Land's boring, dude.
Oh, God. All right. Number 2, I had Social Network. And number 1, I had Spotlight.
Look at us.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, my list is totally different, so that's fun.
That's fantastic.
Number 5, an old chestnut, an old classic, Aaron Brockovich.
Oh, good one.
Legendary environmental lawyer.
Steven Soderbergh.
I actually just saw that for the first time kind of recently.
It's a good flick.
Yeah.
That's
it
a
is.
good movie.
Julia Roberts is great.
Yeah.
Number 4, Frost Nixon.
Okay. Saw that in the theaters.
You object to Frost Nixon, Jeff?
It was pretty good.
Well,
It was pretty good.
pretty boring.
I was a little bored.
My bad.
Says the guys who put Lincoln number 1.
Yeah,
Lincoln
hell
is
yeah.
great, man. Euclid. That's my speech.
All right.
Now.
Not another story.
Can't remember a single Frost Nixon quote. I do remember what's his face was pretty good.
Frank
Yeah,
Langella?
yeah.
Yeah, he was
They
pretty
both
good.
they both were really good.
Yeah.
That part of it I liked. It was good writing. Who wrote it? I think it was like a.
It was a play.
was a play.
It was a Broadway play or a West End play. Number 3, I had Black Klansman.
I am embarrassed to say I haven't seen it.
It's really good.
I hear it's
Spike
really
Lee
good.
mentioned once again.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that movie. It's fun. Number 2, Hotel Rwanda.
Yeah, good
Fantastic
pull.
movie. Great soundtrack.
Acting.
Yeah.
Don Cheadle's great in that movie.
Yeah, he is. And it's a story with resonance, and there's still conflict in the Congo-Rwanda border, and figures in that movie. The guy who actually became president of Rwanda after that is kind of like now an embattled dictator there. So it's a complicated story with a complicated legacy, and it's a really fantastic movie.
Nice pull.
And then number 1, surprised it didn't come up, Last King of Scotland. Last
I
King of
never.
Scotland.
That's the
It's Forrest
Forrest
Whitaker
Whitaker one. I never saw that
as
movie.
Idi Amin. Oh man,
I watched that one with Sean Lindorfer, randomly enough.
it's a great movie. Everyone should see it.
I'll put it on the list.
Powerful.
Powerful.
It's
Suspenseful.
fun. It's weird. It's dark. It's a good movie. So yeah, that's my number 1 from the 1970s onward.
Nice. Okay. So now I think we've caught up with time, both figuratively and literally. I know we all kind of have some lists. We have some different things. Josh, want to throw off one of your random lists?
Yeah, I got a
just
bunch.
for fun.
Okay, I'll do this first one first because I only have 4, but I figure it would be a good discussion piece. Top 5 movies that inspired a Wikipedia deep dive the second you turn the movie off. Here we go. I only have 4. The Last Duel with Matt Damon and what's his face. Didn't know it was real. And apparently it was the last legally recognized duel in France, which I thought was pretty cool. Did a little deep dive on it. Ridley Scott movie. Pretty good. Told in 3 separate parts. It was pretty good. I got Zodiac. I'm going to keep that one quick because we mentioned Zodiac again, like Titanic, on every podcast. But I've definitely...
I almost put it into the 6th...
I did too, and I was like, I got to take it off.
Yeah.
But I have definitely deep dive Zodiac, all kinds of things, both on YouTube and Wikipedia. I got Argo because I was like, I didn't put it on any of my lists.
Good.
But I didn't really know too
there.
much about it. And then you like start Googling and it goes into a whole rabbit hole.
Don't even care.
And then the number 1, JFK, obviously, is like my whole life is spent deep diving that. Oh, man. Fantastic.
Well, Oppenheimer would be good on that.
Oh, that'd be a good one. Yeah.
I definitely deep dove into that whole world.
I'll just throw out Chernobyl, which we already mentioned. And how looking into the practicalities of that and what actually happened is pretty insane. There's a lot of documentaries about it. I haven't watched any of them because I feel like Chernobyl already kind of gave me the fix. But
yeah, Elizabeth would be a good one for that because they just like randomly talk about people that you like. They're like Mary Queen of Scots, just casually. She's not even in the movie, and you're just like, oh wait, but how did she? Who is she again? Things like that.
Yeah. I got another list.
Okay.
This is going to be a good conversation when I think. Least historically accurate films. I got 5. Sound of Music. Apparently, they didn't travel over the Alps at all. They just had to cross a train track and hopped on a train. What's that all about? She had 3 kids of her own between her and the captain by the time they left that part out.
Sheesh.
And all the kids, I mean, this one's a minor one. This is all the kids were, the ages were changed and everything just to make it the timeline work a little bit more. But, Argo, your favorite movie.
Good.
Not particularly accurate.
But then what is even the point of making it in the first place? My word.
You're gonna
One Best Picture? Are you kidding me?
I think Argo's pretty good.
Argo sucks, dude.
Last Samurai. Not historically accurate.
But that one's, I'll give that one a pass.
You
haven't seen it?
never seen it.
I mean, it's a little white savoury.
Yeah.
Let's get that out there right
There's
out of
just
the
some
way.
good scenes.
There's some good scenes for sure.
Yeah.
Apparently there was no Civil War soldier representation in Japan at the time, so that part was false.
It didn't feel like it was really trying. I mean, I might not remember.
I think they were just vibing it out.
Yeah.
They really leaned heavily into the samurai culture, which was at that point waning, which was a topic of the movie, but they leaned heavily into that. And there was a ninja scene. Ninjas did not exist at that point. So bad job by them. Not very historically accurate. Pocahontas. Not very historically accurate. Didn't even end up with John Smith. Was a kid at the time. And obviously, they kind of dealt with it, but they turned what was a very racially volatile situation into a love story.
If you want the real story, watch The New World.
Yep.
There you go. Call back, shout out New World. Number 1, Braveheart.
Yeah.
That one's kind of widely regarded.
Right.
William Wallace was not of low birth. He was a nobleman. He did not have any sort of relationship with Isabella from France, who was also a child at that time. His death was significantly more palatable in the movie. He was drawn and quartered in real life. And the Battle of Stirling was sick in the movie, but it was on a bridge in real life, which they just left off. So,
is that the one in the...
I think that's the first one.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong. The first one with the spears, which is a cool tactic, but categorically false.
Okay. This is kind of crazy. You ready for the Best Picture nominations for the 85th Oscars in which Argo won? Are you ready?
Yes. What year was this?
This was 2013, so it was films from 2012.
Got it.
Amor. Never seen it. Silver Linings Playbook.
Bad.
Life of Pi.
Bad.
Beasts of the Southern Wild.
Good.
Okay, you ready? Zero Dark 30.
Good.
Les Mis.
Great.
Django Unchained.
Wait, why didn't I put Les Mis on any of these
I'm
lists?
shocked
Les Mis
that you
should have been number 1 on something.
I think subjectively you knew it was the wrong movie.
movie's pretty good.
So good.
That was the movie Becky was watching the night that she, we had James the next day. She was watching Les Mis.
Oh, nice.
He was like, "Get me out of here." Sorry.
Man, you're kind of spoiling.
Sorry.
All right. Les Mis, Django Unchained,
Good.
and Lincoln.
Ugh.
Terrible.
But how crazy is it? How crazy is it that Zero Dark 30, Les Mis, Django Unchained, and Lincoln they're all historical movies. And then Argo is one that's horrible and worse than all of those combined. But all in the same year. That's
Good point.
nice.
Good take, Jack.
Good podcasting there, guys.
We kind of left you hanging on that one.
Yeah, jeez.
I've never seen Argo, so I can't.
It's pretty good.
Absolutely terrible.
That's not bad. Worth a watch.
All right. I would like to fly through my top 10 performances based off of historical figures.
Go for it.
Historical figures, not just from any movie that we've mentioned. These have to be real people.
Okay. I understand. I have a follow-up to this list. It's
Okay.
similar.
10, I've got Jamie.
10?
10, I've got Jamie Foxx and Ray. 9,
Great.
I've got Sean Penn and Milk.
Yep.
8, I've got Gary Oldman in Darkest Hour.
I think you're 3 for 3 on Academy Award winners, by the way.
Well, next one's a nomination, but he didn't win. 7, I've got Chiwetel Ejiofor in
12 Years a
Years a
Slave.
Slave. 6, I've got Lily Gladstone in Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah, good one.
5, I've got Cillian Murphy in Oppenheimer.
Okay.
4, I've got Peter O'Toole in Lawrence of Arabia.
Fair.
3, I've got Kate Blanchett in Elizabeth. 2, I've got Denzel Washington in Malcolm X.
Yeah.
And 1, I have Daniel Day-Lewis in Lincoln. Kyle, any lists you want to do here?
Yeah. One we had sort of bandied about was top 5 abstract depictions of a historical moment.
Okay.
I think that can be any way you want to take it. So number 5, I had The Artist, which I think is an interesting movie.
Josh loves that movie.
It's a silent film.
Don't out me like that. I do not like that movie.
Well, it's good.
Yeah. 95. We just talked about it in the last one. 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. So I'm in the minority on this.
I'm kind of indifferent about it. I remember thinking it was pretty good first time I saw it.
I saw it once at like midnight, but I thought it was good.
Yeah.
And it won Best Picture.
Right. So did Argo.
All right, here's a movie that did not win Best Picture, but was also really good. Pleasantville.
Oh.
Which is an abstract depiction of the 1950s,
Yeah.
but also is in like a surreal sci-fi time travel-y way.
Wow.
But I think Pleasantville is a hidden gem.
Pleasantville's good. Forgotten movie.
Yep. Number 3, I mean, this one could be way higher, but I feel like the historicity of it is a little up for debate, which is The Master.
Ooh. Oh.
Which is a phenomenal movie and is vaguely, loosely based on the origins of Scientology. And so I think it's one of my favorite movies. But
Yeah, that's a good call.
number 2, I had Across the Universe. Which is a great sort of whirlwind tour through the 1960s in a way. And then number 1, I had Godzilla -1 because it's on the brain.
Nice.
Awesome movie.
I wrote down, we kind of talked about them all, but I wrote down The Revenant just because it's pretty weird. Steve Jobs, Inglourious Bastards, and Marie Antoinette.
Those are good ones. I didn't do that list.
That's okay.
I'm going to follow up your best acting performances with something similar. Actors who work best in multiple eras. Here we go. Number 5. This one's not as versatile, but Keira Knightley. She's in a lot of period pieces. Anna Karenina, Pride and Prejudice, Atonement, Pirates. They're kind of all in the same wheelhouse. But so that's my number 5. Number 4, I have Kate Winslet, Titanic, Sense and Sensibility, Quills. Remember that movie with Jeffrey Rush? Revolutionary Road, The Dressmaker, which I have not seen, but Becky says is ridiculous in a crazy, it can't predict what's going to happen next sort of way. Finding Neverland, which is not good. Avatar. And or Avatar Part 2, I mean. So that's futuristic history.
She's in Avatar?
Yeah.
Kate Winslet?
That's right.
I didn't know that.
Yep. Number 3, I have Kate Blanchett, your girl from Elizabeth, The Aviator, Carol, which is a good movie, The Missing, which is a Western, Talented Mr. Ripley, flying all over Europe in the whatever, Benjamin Button,
So good.
and Indiana Jones, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. So she's all over history with that one.
And makes an appearance in The Third Age of Middle Earth as well.
There you go. There you go. Perfect. Number 2, I have Brennan Gleeson from Troy,
Yeah, we know.
from Braveheart, from Gangs of New York,
Oh, yeah.
from Banshees of Inisherin, from Cold Mountain, your favorite movie, from Beowulf, your favorite movie, and from Suffragette, which have not heard of that movie, but it's early 1900s, so it's a different time period. So we got him in there. And number 1, Daniel Day-Lewis, and we probably don't need to read off his resume because he's always in an historical movie. That's my list.
Good list.
We are all kind of excited to do is top 5 moments in history we want to see on film.
Yeah.
We kind of like covered. I mean, I don't know how specific you guys went, but I really want.
I did a combination.
Okay, cool. Then I won't say any general things.
Do you
Kyle?
have this list, Kyle?
I do.
Start us
Hit
off,
us.
dude.
I do. All right. Number 5, and this could easily be number 1.
I love it.
The Dianza expedition, which
Well, I have no idea what that is, and Josh's face also clearly he didn't either.
Oh, yeah,
Sorry,
I don't know
bad-
what that
bad
is.
job by us, but
the Dianza expedition was the first overland exploratory expedition of Spaniards from New Spain, northern Mexico, going across the desert from essentially starting around Tucson, Arizona, what's today Tucson, Arizona, up through California, up to the Bay Area. It was the first time that the Spaniards had really
Made that
explored
trek?
the Bay Area at all.
Oh, cool.
They had discovered San Francisco Bay and kind of forgotten about it for like 250 years. And so they went overland, and this was kind of in conjunction or right around the same time that the first missionaries like Junipero Serra and stuff were coming over. I've actually like read a really awesome history book from 100 years ago, a very pioneering historian, Herbert Eugene Bolton, who went into the archives and took all the notes from the expedition and really told piece by piece what went down. And it was like an incredible story of these heavily armored and leathered Spanish soldiers marching through the desert for weeks and weeks. And the only reason they survive is because of their indigenous guides who show them the way. And there's lots of perilous calamities that they encounter. But it's just
That sounds like a really good one.
Yeah, so I think that would be a great movie. Number 4, I have the Ludlow Massacre, which was a very famous mining strike in Colorado in the early 20th century. I want to say like 1913.
I had this one down too.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
No, I'm joking. I've never heard of this before. Sorry.
It's a really famous. It's a really famous labor conflict where these miners went on strike. The mining companies sent in strike breakers, and it turned into a super bloody shootout.
Oh, damn.
And eventually, a lot of people
What
got
year is
killed.
this?
I believe 1913.
Okay.
There's a really good history book about it called "Killing for Coal," but it's just a fascinating portrait of the mining world around Colorado and of early labor conflicts and sort of how they could take a brutal and violent turn. So that's a really good one that I think would make a cool movie. Number 3, I had the Impressionism exhibitions in Paris. I sort of considered like a Monet or a Paul Gauguin biopic as like maybe a good pick, but I think just in general that time of art reinventing itself or being reinvented in France in the 1870s and 80s, it would probably be a better like HBO series, right? Where you could do like
different profiles. Of
Each episode on a different
yeah,
artist,
you
maybe.
could have Van Gogh and Monet
Yeah.
and Manet.
Get some Giverny in there.
Yeah. So I think that would be really interesting.
Look at you.
Number 2, I have the Haitian Revolution, which is one of the most epic and important and influential stories in really the history of the modern world. And it's never really been put to film well. I think they did do a movie a few years ago, maybe, that maybe wasn't well received, but I think
Let's run it back.
yeah, it's begging for a really good historical treatment, and it's one that was kind of ignored by historians for a long time, despite its importance, mostly because of racism. But it's the only successful slave uprising in history, and the 2B, I would say, as the Tupac Amaru Rebellion, which was earlier, kind of in the late 18th century, which was an indigenous rebellion in South America.
Sick.
With a sort of messianic indigenous figure who led a revolt against the Spanish Empire. And that's something a lot of people don't know about. And
I didn't know about it.
It would be a fantastic movie. And then number one, this one is very much from my dissertation, which is the Narciso Lopez expeditions. So Narciso Lopez is another filibuster, like I was talking about earlier, kind of like William Walker. This guy, he was technically of Spanish origin, but then he was living in Cuba and then travels to the United States and tries to lead a mercenary army from New Orleans, from the United States, to go take over Cuba in the 1850s. And he leads 3 expeditions, and they all flop, and then he winds up getting garroted in Havana. They choke him in public, and it's a really fascinating story, and I think it would be an interesting movie. It's a tragic hero story, but I guess the viewer can decide whether he's a hero or not.
We're taking notes. I want to watch all these movies.
Kyle cooked on that list for sure. Sick. I did a little more general for some things. I'm looking for. I didn't really make an order for this. Sorry.
That's fine.
I'm looking for a really good like jazz history thing.
Oh yeah.
I've had an idea. Well, maybe I shouldn't put it out there into the world. But
La La Land, they nailed it. No,
I think it would be sick if they did like a show where each season was essentially focusing on like, they probably wouldn't be able to do many, but like each season focused on a different great, or like maybe a fictional person who was around, a specific great during a period of time, and that's like one season, and then they move and then they're around a different great or something. You know what I mean?
Have you seen the Miles Davis biopic starring Don Cheadle?
I actually have not. No.
It's quite good.
Cool. I'm gonna watch it. I need more jazz movies.
I don't even think that I knew that there was a Miles Davis biopic.
I did First Peoples in general. Yours sounded pretty good. Your South America one. Just,
we need more indigenous
we
representation.
need more indigenous representation. And it's just like, it's so rich in text and just like, I don't know. You could go anywhere with it.
Comanche empires.
Right.
Apache Empire.
We're getting the Hawaii one from Jason Momoa. Not this past time. Last time I was in Hawaii, we went up to Yao Needle, which is in the mountains, and it's like a river, and it's the site of a very historic battle of Hawaiian islands tribes clashing. And I was like, they need to make a movie of this. So there's like no representation of this, and sure enough, Jason Momoa has got her back and is making it. Looks kind of dope. Lewis and Clark. Come on.
Yeah.
We need that, Lewis and Clark.
Yeah.
Give it to me. Edward Muybridge.
Who dat?
He is a photographer from the late 1800s. He made arguably the first movie with a horse running, which you've probably seen.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
he's
yeah,
the horse
yeah,
running
yeah.
guy.
Okay.
And he lived in San Francisco for a lot of his life, and he like when it was, post gold rush, still figuring stuff out. I believe pre-fire, so it was just like no rules, crazy Wild West San Francisco. He like killed a dude and kind of got away with it and stuff. He just has hell crazy stories. Read a book about him in college.
The earthquake/fire in San Francisco would also make a good
That
movie.
would make a great one. And okay, so next one I got is the Gold Rush.
Yeah.
Left that one for you, Jack. I know you've been dreaming it up for years.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's crazy. There's not just like a mining.
That's
a guy
not a whole
mining
lot
in
of
the
it.
woods.
Yeah.
Nothing. And number one, I did a Grateful Dead movie
Oh, there you go.
or something.
Yeah.
show.
There you go.
Stay tuned.
Although don't make it bad. So, you know what I mean?
Yes. Okay, my list. As a little honorable mention, we kind of mentioned it earlier. Revolutionary War. Don't think we've nailed it. I'd like another shot at it.
Yeah.
So my next one is, and you kind of just hit the nail on the head. You didn't mention this specifically, but just the plains warfare of the indigenous people. I am a little bit more partial to the Sioux, the Lakota, and the Dakota, how they finish off fighting with Crazy Horse and Sitting Bull and Red Cloud. And that whole thing fascinates me. And it was really kind of, well, the Apaches had a pretty good last stand towards a little bit later. I don't know if I'm getting all this right. I don't know if that's your expertise, but I would say the Sioux really held out for a long time and were a really formidable force. And, I would really like to see that depicted on film. Do I want to see this? I don't know, but I think we should know more about it. And that's the Tulsa Massacre of 1921.
Yeah.
They did a little bit of it in Watchmen. Which was pretty good.
Yeah.
A show from a few years ago. And it was good, but I just think that deserves a movie. I got Robert Smalls, who was a slave that, or maybe not, I don't know, who was a slave that stole a Confederate ship, and knew the codes to get out through all the checkpoints, got out, got up to Union territory, gave the ship over, and then I guess he had some part in convincing the higher ups to use black soldiers so then we get stuff like Glory, and
It's really a Glory prequel.
Yeah, a Glory
Glory.
that's what it is, a Glory
Nice.
prequel, and it seems really cool. And then he got into politics and stuff after that, and it seemed like a really cool dude. I have the Lioness of Brittany, who I'm going to pronounce this wrong. Jeanne de Clisson was a French noblewoman.
Sounded great.
Thank you. Whose husband was executed by King Philip VI, and so she became a pirate and started fucking up French ships and would kill everybody except for one dude, so that dude can carry back the message of her vengeance to the king. Sounds like a great movie. And number one, I have Bass Reeves, who was a black lawman. He was a U.S. Marshal, and he would often go into Indian or Oklahoma territory, and he was like the most decorated and ridiculously prolific catcher of outlaws at that time. And he would use trickery, and he would use his wits, and he spoke a bunch of language because he lived with the natives. And sounds like awesome. They did a recent show of him on like Paramount Plus or something, which was pretty good.
Everyone said it was good.
Yeah, it was good. I watched it. I think we need like a big time budget movie for it, and also the inspiration, or at least allegedly, of the Lone Ranger, which is
cool.
Which is kind of cool. So Bass Reeves is my guy. I want to see a movie about him.
Very nice. All right, let's round it out. We're obviously going to have discussed these movies, I think, but let's just throw out our top 5 historical movies, and then I got one more little thing afterwards.
All right, I'll go first as your guest.
Thank you.
So all of these have been mentioned already, but I'm going to go with number 5, The Last King of Scotland.
Nice.
You guys got to see it. Number 4, Saving Private Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, Killers of the Flower Moon.
Wow.
Number 2, There Will Be Blood.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, Apocalypse Now.
Yeah. Nice.
It's not the greatest movie ever made, but it has a certain je ne sais quoi. That it's both a great time capsule because it captures the spirit of the 60s and 70s in a real way, but it also has, I think, a lot to say about war and about that war and about American Empire.
Mental health.
Sure.
Very good. I didn't really know that about you as far as Apocalypse Now. That's fun.
Yeah.
I like that.
Not a hot take.
You may recall in early drama class, I did the Marlon Brando monologue.
Nice.
Oh.
About the Bahara. Bahara.
It's a great scene.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. You should read Heart of Darkness. It's fire. Josh.
I did 10.
Oh, God.
I'll go through them quickly.
Okay.
I also left off Titanic and Zodiac for obvious reasons. I did JFK number 10. Had a couple on here that I didn't mention before. Grand Budapest Hotel, number 9. That's a historic movie, sort of. They go back in history. Sound of Music, number 8. Cinema Paradiso, number 7.
Ooh.
Love that movie. Also, it's like history and love letter to film. So I'm gonna throw
I'm
that on
surprised
there.
that hasn't come up.
Yeah. Little Women, number 6. Lawrence of Arabia, number 5. Master and Commander, number 4. Inglourious Basterds, number 3. Chinatown, number 2. Nice pull by you earlier.
Yeah.
And Adventures of Robin Hood, number 1. One of my favorite movies of all time.
Very good. I did. Okay, so I've got 5, Shakespeare in Love. 4, Casablanca. 3, Lincoln.
Oh, I forgot Casablanca.
2, Oppenheimer. And 1, There Will Be Blood.
Sick. Good movies.
Good movies. Good subject. We didn't even talk about a billion of them.
Well, I was going to say this earlier, and I totally forgot. Well, this is something I feel like we say this a lot, but I feel like we can come back to this topic, history on film, and do it completely differently.
Or hone in on certain things.
Yeah, and never run out of movies to talk about. There's just so many.
Yeah.
Filmmaking is a great lens onto history because it makes it real for people in a way that I think books and even illustrations or photographs, it's harder to get across. And when you see people actually in the costumes moving and speaking like they may or may not have actually spoken, I think it really helps bring a lot of these stories to life for people in a new way. And so that's why I think, you know, in history classes, we often show films as a way to bring audiences into sort of a more intimate relationship with historical figures. And so I think there's a real place for them in historical education of the public, and they also can be really fascinating vehicles for cool stories.
Well said, Doctor.
Very well said. Yeah, I love when you sit down and there's just like this special feeling when you enter an era and you know that the filmmaker has got it going and got it right.
Yeah.
And you're just like, ooh, I'm back. Even
That's
though I've
kind of
never been
like
here.
your point on Lawrence of Arabia. It's really long, but they nail it, and you feel like you're kind of jumping into that world for, you know, a few short hours.
And-
well, a few long hours.
And literally learning so much that
Yeah.
you just wouldn't otherwise know. And,
Yeah.
I mean, unless you read books. Just kidding.
Boo.
Any final thoughts before I do one more little activity? Not really an activity.
No, I say
So I've got Kyle's list down
Thunder
of
Forth,
what
God
we
of War.
missed from the 2000s pod because it was actually a really good list. He sent me and Josh a compiled list. Of
Okay.
movies. Sorry, this doesn't have to do with history, but it's pretty good. This is
the
what-
history of this podcast.
Yeah, true. Very good. And crazy that we didn't bring some of these up.
Well,
Why is Spirited Away on here? We definitely talked about that.
I think he was giving his list.
No, my top 20 omissions from your... Oh, it's from our top 20 lists. Sorry.
Some of them were mentioned
Some
in
of them are
categories.
mentioned. We didn't put them in our list, but they would be high on yours. Sorry. That's what we're doing. Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou? Into the Wild, District 9, Enter the Void, Dodgeball, Anchorman, Zoolander, Sin City, Spirited Away, Brokeback Mountain. That was probably a bad job by this. Synecdoche, New York, In Bruges, A History of Violence, Good Night and Good Luck, King Kong, Babel, what? Best in Show, Mighty Wind, Rescue Dawn, coming back, and Marie Antoinette. Very good. Some of those were actually quite relevant. Kyle, thank you for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Yeah. Anytime, man. This was fun. Thanks
Yeah.
for coming over.
We'll do it again. We'll get you on a good one. So I was talking about Buddy Drew, who's also super into history, but not a doctor. And we had already, by the time we were having this conversation, we're far into making this pod. And I was like, we got to get you on the pod. What are you going to do? He's like, well, I mean, history probably would have been pretty good for me. And he was just like, how about Mel Gibson? And I was like, I don't know, Mel Gibson. He loves Mel Gibson. And I was like, I don't know about Mel Gibson. He goes, what about just like Braveheart? I was like, I could possibly do that, but I guess not now since you're out on Braveheart.
I mean, I'm not out on Braveheart. I just feel like I watched it too many times.
Anyways, I remember that like halfway through this episode was like, I'm gonna have to bring this up at a certain point.
When they're not fighting, it's pretty boring.
It's a history movie. They can be kind of boring.
Yeah.
Kyle doesn't like it. All right. Thanks, Kyle. Thanks, Josh.
Thanks, Jack. Thanks for hosting. Thanks for writing the doc.
Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Sounds great.